Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the lightweight bout between Jamie Mullarkey versus Muhammadjon Naimov. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going high confidence Jamie Mullarkey to beat Muhammadjon Naimov. Muhammadjon Naimov. I believe that's how it's pronounced. If it's not, you could just let me know in the comment section below and hopefully I'll correct it. If he sticks around, he wins, whatnot. But whatever the case may be, I'm going with Jamie Mullarkey. High confidence. Really could be a lot of confidence, but he's what's it called? Muhammadjon Naimov is does have like a Taekwondo background. So, that could be tricky with kicks at times, and all it takes is one shot, and it's definitely a possibility, but I'm not really rating that high. That's why I am high confidence for Jamie Mullarkey. That's about all I can say for now. I feel like Jamie Mullarkey is a better striker overall, a better grappler, better fighter, more experience and stuff. I look at Muhammadjon Naimov, I'm not really impressed with the striking as far as, the MMA setting. Taekwondo and maybe competitive Taekwondo, maybe he's a solid dude. But MMA striking wise, fully fleshed the game out, because I feel like Taekwondo it is, especially competitive Taekwondo and competitive karate as it is, without really bringing it over, unless it's ancient karate, ancient Taekwondo, but that sport point fighting is good for reaction time, but it don't really translate until you start putting it into a kickboxing setting or an MMA setting. You start really making those adjustments. But as it is a sport, training is a sport Taekwondo practitioner or a sports karate guy. That alone does not make you a full. It doesn't fully flesh you out as a true legit striker, in my opinion. Get you a good base, but it's almost like you got a high school diploma, but you ain't got that college degree yet or not. In today's era, that ain't enough. And I definitely see it in this strike. I see this man. He was struggling with Colin Aglen. Actually got outstruck by Colin Aglen. Got arrested by Colin Aglen. No, he struggled with Colin Aglen. That guy got murked in the UFC and got diced up. That was 3 years ago. Then I think he lost another guy that was on the Contender Series, and what else? But other than that, when I look at the people he has actually beat, pretty mediocre competition, to be honest. Pretty mediocre competition, with Tough Enough or whatever that organization. I feel like that organization is no insult to the organization, but I feel their skill level is basically a little bit above amateur, if not at amateur. Matter of fact, some amateur organizations have higher skill level than Tough Enough, but that's just my honest opinion. No insult, it just is. You get some time, develop your organization more, scout some talent, whatever the case may be, and your organization get better. But as of right now, the talent in Tough Enough is, I would say, on average better than most amateur leagues or amateur competitive competitions, but there's definitely some amateur leagues that are better than where Tough Enough's competition level is at. And the people literally last guy he beat was pretty mediocre. I think he had all his guys he beat were one guy. The best guy he beat was 2-14. The guy that not Muhammadjon Naimov has come off beating. But I'm talking a whole lot. All I feel is that again, Jamie Mullarkey is better in every area. Barring some flashy, just perfectly set up head kick or something, or perfectly set up spinning head kick or something like that, Jamie Mullarkey should win. And I see what's his name? What I see one of I seen a couple of his Naimov's opponents that beat him. Colin Aglen was able to force him against the fence. Use those veteran tactics. I felt Mullarkey do. I felt Mullarkey could press the pace, close the distance wisely, and start to mix it to the body, mix up top, make it a smothering fight, take away those kicks. And when you take away the kicks, he really ain't got nothing else. I'm not saying he don't got nothing, but I feel like your biggest concern with him will be the high kicks. So you cover that distance, you crack him, you make him pay, you counter it, and you make him kind of timid out there. You start to smother him in the clinch. And I feel ultimately, I feel Jamie Mullarkey can close that distance wisely, tactically close that distance, and then make this a smothering fight, pick him apart in the clinch, knees to the body, elbows, plumb, and just keep touching with volume, and never give him that space to breathe. Maybe look to drag him to the ground a little bit, just weigh on him, tag him up, and then I think he gets him out in the first round. So in this one, I have Jamie Mullarkey via first round TKO.